12:01 here in Bozeman, Montana. You were tuned into the Key Listener Show on KGLT Bozeman. Zombies, Karl.
Zombies.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Watch yourself.
They're literally everywhere. Have you been on campus recently to see this?
I have, and you know, it's kind of surprising.
It's a little scary.
I don't know what to think about it. I'll let you get into the details, but
I don't even know what to think about it.
I was given a tour, and it's kind of like the Gestapo running around. I don't know.
It's a police state. We are talking about, in fact, humans versus zombies. Humans versus zombies on campuses nationwide, all over the world, actually. We'll fill you in on what we're talking about. Meanwhile, this hour of the Key Listener Show is brought to you by Grand Targhee Resort, a full-service year-round resort with 2 mountain peaks, 2,600 skiable acres, and over 500 inches annual of snowfall. Season passes and more information on the web at grandtarghee.com. Also by the Red Ants Pants Foundation. That is something I love to say, the Red Ants Pants Foundation, providing support for women's leadership, working family farms, ranches, and rural communities, as well as presenting Red Ants Pants Music Festival in White Sulphur Springs, Montana. They are on the web at redantspants.com.
Red Ants Pants.
Red Ants
sounds pretty
Pants.
interesting.
It does. Let me put on my glasses here because
Because we
blind
all
as
know
a
you're
bat.
blind.
Anyway, HVZ, human versus zombie. And actually, it's a lot of humans versus a lot of zombies. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go on any of the 650 campuses nationwide that participate in this, and you'll see what we mean. There are people walking around with bandanas on their arm and Nerf guns. And you would think, I don't know, on campuses, they wouldn't really allow anything that resembles a gun. It really is scary.
Absolutely, it is.
People stand outside of buildings and wait to shoot opponents. Just wait. And it's a little intimidating. And Nerf guns, granted, yeah, they're all colorful and they shoot foam darts, but at the same time, it's still odd to see people walk around. Bandanas, goggles, they take it seriously.
This is a little bit.
Just a little bit. Let's give you a few background points. Human versus zombies. It was invented at Goucher College in 2005. The game spread virally across the internet as students first gained access to Facebook and told their friends from home about the game. Today, HVZ is played at over 650 colleges and universities across the world, as well as high schools, military bases, summer camps, and public libraries. Here, I thought it was just MSU. I thought it was just MSU kids
So
playing
it is
it.
military bases and
Summer
summer camps.
It's being played everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere. And it says students have spread humans versus zombies all over the world, and it truly has a universal appeal. They host games on every continent except for Antarctica, so I'm thinking we should bring it to Antarctica.
I mean, yeah.
Humans versus penguins. Penguin zombies. That's the new Walking Dead.
I think so.
I think so. Anyway, so let's just see how this is played. Humans versus zombies is played across the world by people of all ages, nationalities, and backgrounds. The only requirement is that you love to have fun. Zombies don't discriminate by race, gender, or sexual preference and identity. They will eat you unless you work together. So I'm assuming it's just like it's a game of tag.
It sounds like a team building sort of thing.
A bonding experience.
I mean, I've never played Humans versus Zombies.
Me
so
neither.
I might be off base.
Because to be honest with you, I thought it was just nerds playing it on MSU campus.
I mean-
It's people playing it all over the world.
Yeah, except
cool people,
Antarctica.
too.
I don't. We need to bring it to Antarctica. But
Hey, you know what? Maybe they are playing it there and no one knows.
it's like
not a lot of people
Frozen
there.
Human versus Zombies. There's a movie about that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so
think there was.
It says each game of humans versus zombies is organized on the ground by local moderators. It's friends who bring the game to universities. It doesn't cost anything to play.
Yeah, you just sign up for it online, I think.
Yeah, it's an organization. It's humansversuszombies.org. Literally, check it out. There are so many interesting things going on in this bondage of zombie
Well,
killing.
you sign up for it online, and then I heard you get the emails, you get like the meeting points, all that stuff if you're on the human side.
Sure, but it only takes place once a year, I think, because I only ever see it on campus when
It
the
might be
weather's
twice.
nice. Is it
I
twice
don't
a
know.
year?
I think it might be twice a year. I've seen
Once
it.
a semester?
I've seen it more. Well, yeah, once a semester.
Okay, interesting. So it says Humans vs. Zombies is a game of tag. All players begin as humans, and one is randomly chosen to be the original zombie. It'd be my luck that I'd be the zombie.
You would be the zombie.
The lottery system chooses me. The original zombie tags human players and turns them into zombies. Zombies must tag and eat a human every 48 hours, or they starve to death and are out of the game. I wonder how they... You know what? I bet you everyone takes this super serious.
Oh, they do. They keep track of it for sure.
And they probably live up to the ethics of the game. The zombies win when all human players have been tagged and turned into zombies. The humans win by surviving long enough for all the zombies to starve. So the equipment, if you see people walking around campuses with bandanas, Nerf guns, looks like what are these, bouncy balls? What is that?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm going to say
not a
they're
good
grenades. So.
Grenades. And
Nerf grenades.
A postcard, an index card to clarify what's going on in the game right now. There are safety rules. There are safe zones.
Wow.
So serious. So the safe zones, academic buildings. And teachers will even say no game in class.
Right.
You cannot shoot during lecture.
But the walk outside, I mean, they've even been inside of the buildings, but not inside of the classrooms.
Right.
Walking around, with the, M16 style, with like the military, with the Nerf guns. Yeah,
Right.
it is. It really is. And it's, a group of them will be outside of the doors and just walking around like I said, Gestapo style. I mean, police style, like.
Yeah, it's like police state on campuses.
It is.
You can't shoot in libraries. You can't shoot at indoor athletic facilities. Can you imagine someone running on the track and just sniping a zombie as they're
Seriously.
running 2 miles?
Seriously.
Health centers and bathrooms.
Bathrooms. I could just
It'd be my luck that someone would break the rules
You'd
and
be the
shoot me in the
zombie,
bathroom.
yeah,
Just
in the
enjoying
bathroom.
myself, sitting in the bathroom, taking a break from life, and then I get shot in the bathroom.
pelted with Nerf darts.
Other areas on campus are merely safe zones where gameplay continues, but humans can't be tagged unless a zombie has both of their feet outside of the safe zone. I wonder if it's marked. Do you think it's... I don't know. I haven't seen
this
markings.
Serious. I don't know.
But there are hundreds of people that walk around like soldiers. I mean, it's a little... It's scary.
Well, like I said, I was given the tour of MSU last Friday, and yeah, they literally walked right through the tour group, and a bunch of the moms were like, what is this? Are we being escorted?
Exactly.
It is.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It says the human rules, you have to stay on campus. Humans must sleep on campus. If you need to leave campus for longer than 24 hours, contact game moderators and remove yourself from the game. So maybe you can't get shot like walking down Main Street.
Oh man, that just
That'd
gets
be
insane.
hysterical,
Like
though.
you have to call in and.
Okay, you have an
yeah.
ID number. Humans must keep an index card. Well, that's what the index card's for, with their unique identification number on them at all times. And to stun a zombies, humans may stun a zombie for 15 minutes by blasting them with a blaster or throwing a sock. Oh, those are socks. They need to get better graphics.
Oh, like I said,
ball up a
it's
sock.
a Nerf grenade.
Yeah, exactly. When tagged by a zombie, a human is required to distribute their ID card. 1 hour after being tagged, tie your bandana around your head. You are now a member of the zombie team. Go tag some humans.
Really? Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's how that works. Okay.
Humans must wear a headband around an arm or a leg to identify them as players of the game. Mm-hmm. It would also be my luck that I'm not even playing and I just get pummeled with Nerf.
We see him walking around, and and actually, there's one walking behind me apparently with the bandana on, and all these guys with Nerf guns just come running towards me and just swarm me, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on, but they were going after the guy behind me. It was like it's intimidating.
Tactical.
I'm not gonna lie, I like ran and cried in my room after that. But
Yeah, so the zombies, when they're hit with a dart, a marshmallow, or a sock. Marshmallow
whatever
wars.
you have laying around your underwear drawer.
Because people have
Socks,
marshmallows. Yeah.
marshmallow. I mean, there's marshmallows all over my house.
A zombie is stunned
Another
for
story.
15 minutes. A stunned zombie may not interact with the game in any way. This includes shielding other zombies from bullets or continuing to run toward a human. It's like Saving Private Ryan's Zombie Edition.
Seriously.
You can get banned if you blast non-players.
Really?
So if I get shot, I'm going to report.
Are you gonna write a harshly toned letter?
Yeah, to humansvszombies.org.
I think so.
People who are not registered as participants may not directly interact with the game. This includes bringing food to humans or spying. They don't mean literally starve them, right? Why? Why can't we bring food
You can't
to people?
bring food to humans. What?
I don't know. Safe zones, zombies must have both feet outside of the safe zone to tag a human. Humans can stun zombies from inside of a safe zone. There are no shields. Athletes are safe during official practices, but not on the way to or from practice.
Really?
Required academic events. Students at required academic events are safe for the duration of the event. There's a debag clause. You can't be a tool. Everyone plays humans versus zombies to have fun. And the rules of
be a
HVC only exist because we agree they do. That's why the most important rule of humans versus zombies is to treat your fellow players with respect and gracefully accept when you have been tagged or stunned. I think it's great that people can get together and just have fun shooting people with Nerf guns. Literally, just have fun.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
I play Call of Duty because I don't think I'm cool enough to sit around and wait for people to leave buildings and shoot them with a Nerf
I don't know.
gun.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Personally, I just have other
Things to
that
do.
I need to go run and do than
No
sit outside
offense.
the building. I mean, no offense. No, we're not trying to cause any offense here.
But I mean, to be completely honest with you, for the longest time, I thought it was just the nerds of MSU have come together
with their Nerf guns. And what I heard like those Nerf guns rack up in price pretty quick. I mean, Walmart sells them like, you know, by the tons just for this game alone.
$40 gets you a huge rifle.
Right.
$80 gets you a sniper. The dart shoots like 10 feet farther than what it normally would. 10 feet's actually probably an exaggeration.
You can spend $100 on one of these Nerf guns, and it's insane how much this racks up. It's an industry. It really is. Like, especially here in Bozeman, the amount of shops and, you know, like Walmart and stuff that sell these Nerf guns and all the Nerf guards.
But it's 650 campuses nationwide. I would love to see how
someone should be
seriously
getting paid off for this. I mean, I'm a
seriously.
marketing guy. I should market this.
You should. I would love to go to like Stanford, because they probably write algorithms to figure out. They probably make apps, humans versus zombie apps, and they're like, okay, well, you know, so and so is at X location and so is at Y location.
Exactly.
They have geotags on their index cards, chips inserted into their Nerf guns, registered guns, and they probably have heavy duty Nerf guns too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the tactical vest, the heavy duty Nerf guns. They probably.
I wonder which school it would be the least fun at.
Montana State. Just kidding.
You know what? I think this year we've been here for a while. Yeah, University of Montana.
Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that. Go Cats. But regardless, I think this is the first time out of all the years that I've been here that it's been the most popular from what I've seen thus far. And until the game's over with.
Oh, it's just picking up momentum. I mean, I don't see it being over. People
in 10 years, it'll be like one of those hipster crazes. In 10 years, all the cool kids will want to do it. Cool kids in air quotes. Like, I don't know what defines a cool kid.
Finally.
Yeah, I suppose. In 10 years, I'll come back.
Oh man, by that time you're gonna have like, you know, the identification tags like injected in
Google Glass will tell me exactly where to go.
Exactly. You have like tracking devices and stuff.
Yeah, I'll have all the technology. Gosh. I'll hit up the kids at Stanford and have them.
I have no idea how to even play Halo or Call of Duty or any of those. I'm like, so I don't know about any of this, but.
Well, maybe I'll recruit some people that are playing it. Find some more.
I think we should.
We should.
We should
get them up here on the next show.
I think so, and interview them
and have them tell us
the survivors.
The survivors.
The survivors. Have the survivors.
Do you watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah, absolutely. The Walking Dead's great.
Yeah, and it bores me now, but I think, this zombie craze has started a lot because of that show. That show's been around for years now.
Oh, well, that, and then you had the bath salts thing, and like people.
Well, that was real life scary stuff.
Yeah, right. People eating people's faces off, and all of a sudden there's like these false claims by, you know, whoever that it was a pandemic that was spreading, and I really thought we were going to be taken over by zombies.
I would love because I think Montana would be the greatest place to be if there were a zombie apocalypse.
Vegas.
Not in Vegas. Montana would be great because it's just so much land, and zombies are slow. It would be the worst if we got those running zombies.
The running zombies.
They have like a different strain of the virus, and they can run at 100 miles per hour or something. It was in that World War Z movie with Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it, but I saw the trailers, and it scared me, and that's why I didn't see it. That is exactly why I didn't see it.
I was just thinking about this. It is literally a the whole zombie craze thing. It's a multi-million-dollar industry. I know even, you know, ammo producers produce, you know, zombie rounds.
With like poison in it or something?
Well, no, it's just literally a green-tipped bullet. And they sell it by, probably millions of dollars off of these specially marked boxes, stuff like that, of the zombie ammunition. There's the zombies versus humans. They sell the Nerf guns, and it's just like, it's huge.
I don't know if you went when you were just in Vegas, and I still haven't been, and I'm from there. But regardless, there's a zombie apocalypse survival store.
Really?
And it's, I'm not quite sure what it sells exactly, but it sells pretty much probably survival kits. If there was a zombie apocalypse.
Wow, that's insane. Well, and I know they have the Battleground Vegas when I was down there, and it's where you go and shoot automatic weapons. They pick you up from the airport in like a Humvee. Anyway, they have a big zombie course that you go and shoot zombies and all this stuff. Even Call of Duty, the video game, has like
the zombie level.
Yeah. I made it like 5 seconds literally on that level.
And there are people
how do you look around?
Yeah, and there are people that love the zombie thing, and frankly, it just scares the crap out of me.
Oh, man.
Because, I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't want to wake up one day and have all the humans not exist. And there's just these daywalkers walking around.
Just daywalking.
I honestly would be miserable. But like I said, Montana would be probably the greatest place to have a zombie apocalypse. Only because the people with bunkers and weapons and all the crazy cool
up here in Montana.
All the crazy cool Montana stuff.
Oh man, yeah, they're not going to invade my compound.
It'd be awesome.
Patrol on my riding lawnmower.
We'd have to rent some bunker space out in Paradise Valley or something.
You just want to go to Paradise Valley to
find John. John and I will share a bunker.
John Mayer.
He can
If
sing
you're
to me.
listening, Kyle really wants to meet you.
In the meantime, 12:15. This is the Key Listener Show on KGLT Bozeman.
Is it time?
That was the Zombies with The Time of the Season. And it's a beautiful time of the season here in Bozeman.
Oh, man. Today was just beautiful.
It was killer. It kills me how when people realize that it's going to be warm for the day, they don't even care about the 28 degrees in the morning. They go outside full force, shorts, T-shirts, flip-flops, and they're ready to go for the entire day. They sit out on the lawn, and there's like icebergs of snow still sitting on patches of the lawn.
I'm not going to lie. I was totally one of those guys today. I got changed in my truck today just because it's so nice out. Literally, I was in recruiting stuff, and it was way too nice out for slacks and like
I can just see the cops pulling you over in the school parking lot. Sir, what are you doing?
It was a free show to anybody that was watching. I mean, literally changing into flip-flops and shorts and stuff. But anyway.
It's 54 degrees right now here in Bozeman with a 45-degree wind chill. Absolutely beautiful. Didn't even have to wear a jacket up to this studio. Just perfect. This weekend,
oh yeah,
it was, you tend to forget about the weather that happened the day before when it's so nice the day of. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend.
A fun weather-filled weekend?
It was fun. And actually, yeah, we got to hang out with my little brother, Papa Berenson came into town.
Yeah, the Berenson family was in town.
The Berenson family.
What else did you do?
And,
did you take them cool places?
This was with you all weekend. I don't know.
You weren't with me all
weekend.
weekend.
What did we do? I don't even remember. Yeah,
we did the normal FAC.
We did. This time with the special guest.
Two special guests. You can always catch us at Madison River every Friday.
We're always there. Hey, I actually made popcorn this time, so I think I'm moving on up in the Madison River.
They should hire you for that.
I think they should too. Is the popcorn wagon learn how to make popcorn? It was great. I mean, only thing I can make besides cereal and oatmeal.
I'll either have popcorn or cereal for breakfast every single morning. I bought a GoPro this weekend.
Did you?
I did.
You know what? I too bought a GoPro this weekend.
Did you? I bought a GoPro, and I'm going to Australia in a little under a month, and I really want to learn how to just make the best movie ever. And I think I'm going to do it. And I'm going to have the help of the usual co-host, Mr. Alex Reynez, teach me how to use my camera.
Nice.
Because I'm hopeless. I'm absolutely hopeless. And I want to take some cool adventures in the next few weeks, just in and around Bozeman. Get some filming, get it under my belt, knock it out. And I'm afraid that I'm going to think that I'm going to be the best movie maker ever and then realize my footage sucks. So I got to get it out of my system now, get all the crappy footage out of my system now, and then hit the ground running in Australia. What are you going to use your GoPro for?
I was just thinking, I think you're going to do it all. Movie producer, radio host.
I'm hoping.
All that stuff.
I'm hoping. What are you going to use
What am I going to use my GoPro for? Well, you know what? This weekend, actually, I'm heading up to Idaho, Goldbug Hot Springs, if anyone's heard of that. And it's just phenomenal. Literally a 3.5-mile walk up a mountainside and to these hot springs. I overlook this valley. Anyway, I think I'm going to use it for that. And just like, so when I get, mauled by the cougars and slash bears, slash whatever else.
Cougars or older ladies?
I mean, both of them. I
yeah.
would be happy to be attacked by. No,
don't lie.
But yeah, strap a GoPro to my face and be attacked by cougars.
That's
It'll
the
be great
thing.
times.
I had to buy a chest mount for it.
Oh,
there are
did you?
all sorts of mounts for the camera.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it's great because you can take it 140 feet underwater. You can take
Really?
it pretty
so
much
you can go cliff
wherever.
diving in Australia.
I just want to throw it in the ocean. Just throw it in there and see if it will float back. But I'm thinking it could be fun to walk around with it everywhere I go. But I was also thinking I should get the head mount too. But it's kind of like the Google Glass thing. People are probably really intimidated by the fact that you're walking around with a camera on your head. Am I being filmed? Am I not being filmed?
Probably, but you can usually tell it's.
I'll play it off. I'll be like, hey, I'm a radio host in Montana. Do you want to be on the show?
I think you should.
They'll love it.
I think that's the way to do it. You should have a little mic that you walk around with.
But in the meantime, I'm just going to throw it in the water and see if it floats back.
Yeah, good luck with that.
They were telling us that they told us that it doesn't float. So you need to have it mounted and secured.
That's right.
Super, super well.
The guy from REI said that some guy dropped it down a steam vent or something or a water thing, and it was filming
the whole way down.
Yeah, the whole 140 feet down or whatever.
And they had to go get it. But they sell
yeah.
life jackets for the GoPro.
Yeah,
they have these little
I saw that
floaties
foam life
for a
jacket.
camera. And I'm thinking I might need that.
You might. I mean, especially in Australia.
Because I sink when I go diving, so I can't even keep account of myself versus something else. So I'll need to get the floaty for that, and probably a floaty for myself too.
Probably.
But the GoPro should be a ton of fun.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'll
to see
probably
the
get into a
footage.
lot of trouble. Yeah, but whatever.
Well, there's cameras everywhere now. I was looking at the Samsung watches that connect to your phone, and they have like a camera in the wristband, and so like James Bond style, you can take pictures with your watch.
I can't
now
wait
and
to
stuff.
get a watch like that. I'm hoping Apple makes one because then I'll feel like a Secret Service guy all the time. I'll walk around and be like, POTUS has left the building. You know the president? No, I'm just talking to my friend Karl.
Klassy
But
has left
I'll
the
play it
building.
off like I do know the president. I was also doing some research on how people use GoPros for just a lot of activities. And I saw this documentary where people in South Korea put GoPros on these little balloons and put the balloons over the DMZ, over the fence into
Really?
North Korea. And then
No
people
way.
in North Korea use the mounts, like how I have a chest mount, and walk around and just tape for as long as the battery. Is that the right word? Tape? Not anymore. There's no tape in it. Record. Yeah.
Tape. one
They
of those.
record the experience of living in North Korea.
Really? I didn't know you could do
And
that.
I can't imagine if you get caught.
I didn't. Oh, it's undercover.
Oh, it's super undercover.
Oh man.
And
I
then
can't
when the
imagine.
battery dies, they go back to their spot along the fence or the DMZ, and then they launch the balloon back over and report to the outside world.
Really?
It's really fascinating.
No
The footage
way.
was just absolutely incredible. But it just goes to
Amazing.
show that these tiny little devices, it's incredible how far we've come. I mean, 10 years ago, you had these huge clunkers that actually had to use tape to record, and there's no way you could secretly walk around with those. So it's absolutely incredible how far devices like
well,
the GoPro have come.
And it's indestructible. So it's like, strapped to the bottom of your car, whatever you want to do.
Seriously, I'd be afraid though, because I literally bought every accessory possible. There's this clamp that you can put, heavy duty clamp, like the kind that you get for construction sites.
For sure.
And I want to put it on my running board of my Jeep and just drive. But I know I'll lose it. It'll
you're gonna
fall
catch a
off. I'll
boulder,
run over
totally.
it. Yeah, exactly. I'll hit a rock. My luck. It would just be the worst.
Take it back to REI in like 2 pieces.
They
like,
said it has a 1-year warranty. If you don't like it, yeah, I ran over it. I thought it was indestructible.
either that or just be like, yeah, it came this way in the box. I don't know, factory defect. It's all like scratched up, broken in half. Like
So where's the
sparks
box?
Shooting out.
The box broke too. I don't even know where that went.
Defective box too.
Receipt?
Get that.
No receipt. You know those phones that are indestructible? They're like the flip phones that you can throw against walls.
Really? Oh,
You've seen them.
yeah.
I'm
I've
sure you
seen-
have.
yeah.
Didn't you used to have one?
I mean, I have this thing now. It's the
The
size of my
iPad.
face. But,
Yeah.
oh, okay. You know-
Regardless, they have these phones that you can literally run over on a tank, throw against a wall.
Really?
They're indestructible. They're
Yeah.
crummy flip phones. But I'm thinking they need to start making.
the convoy or whatever.
I'm not quite sure what they're called, but they need to start making every single device in the world with that material. I don't know what material that is, but with that material.
We would. I mean, you and I.
Because I get so afraid. GoPros, they're pretty heavy duty. But I'm using my iPad right now, and if I drop it, it's done. And I'm just right here in the studio. It's 2 feet to the floor. It'll be done. Your iPad, you might.
Hey, you know what? The
Carl has
Autobox
this
case.
gigantic phone.
Okay, well, that's what everybody says.
And if you want to see it, you can call him at blah blah blah. blah
Oh, yeah,
blah.
you can call him 406. What's the number here? I don't know.
No, that phone's from the '90s. The phone here.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, you know what? If you're getting mugged or someone's trying to steal your purse, I carry my purse around, and it makes a great weapon. And if not, you have this little pen that pulls out. You can totally James Bond style, like
Just gotcha.
jab people.
If
I
the
think
zombies
so.
are coming after you,
I think so. It works as a signal mirror. I mean,
It does.
you have all sorts of stuff with this.
I'll
iPad.
stick to my iPhone. But I'm
Kyle,
still trying to convince you to get an iPhone one
Literally
day.
every time.
Drink the Kool-Aid, my man. Drink the Kool-Aid.
No, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Literally every time we go out, Kyle makes fun of me for my phone.
Well, I mean, hey, it's hard not to. I make fun of everyone for their phone who doesn't have an iPhone, and even if they have an old iPhone, I tell them the Smithsonian called and they want it back.
You're just drinking the Kool-Aid.
I guess someone's got to do it.
What did you tell me last night? Just like sell all of my stuff because all my stuff's PC and
You
Android.
were complaining last night about how Microsoft Word was not tabbing down correctly or something.
Yeah, it's
and
being weird.
And I told you to sell that and buy a
You
Mac.
told me to sell off all of my stuff.
And then I
including my
convinced you,
phone.
the great thing about Apple products, and I'm sure other products do this too, but I just can't be bothered looking into it. I'm sure that if you had every Apple product, a computer, a tablet, and a phone, you would use them to the fullest ability because they all talk to one another. So if you put a calendar event in one, it sends it to the other ones. If you put a Word document on your iPad, it correctly tabs it on your computer, and you wouldn't have to complain to me about Microsoft Office
please.
working.
Maybe there's
But it's funny,
some of that stuff.
before you showed up, there was this girl literally crying to her boyfriend on the phone. She goes, I cannot get the login to work. And it was
Really?
this huge, like, military-grade Microsoft Dell or something. I don't even know. And I was like, I was so annoyed by her crying because it was shrill, it was loud. I was trying to do work, and by do work, tweet.
Exactly. MSU Confessions.
MSU Confessions, exactly. And I was ready to just throw my MacBook at her and like smack some Mac sense into her. Buy a Mac.
Mac sense, please.
I'm gonna trademark that. If anyone is stealing that, I will come after you. Mac sense.
I like it. Yeah.
Nonsense.
No, but I will. PC, Android till I die.
Oh, get back to me in a year. I guarantee you. That's something will come out.
Okay, well, when your stuff's ancient history, because they never come out with.
I'm gonna donate it to a museum when it's ancient history. It's beautiful works of art.
Yeah, drop it and then see if they're works of art.
I mean, I'm so afraid to drop it.
Actually, I've seen pretty cool things. When you drop it, like your iPhone and stuff, I've seen people that take those spiderweb cracks and you put like food coloring in them and it's crazy. And make all the, like on the back, obviously not the front, but make all these like crazy designs and stuff with this.
I'd be dumb enough to do it on the front.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Have you seen those morons who wait in line at an Apple store, buy the new iPad or whatever, and then they go and shove it in a blender and see, can we blend this Apple product? Have you seen that? If not, we'll put it on our Facebook page.
Just sitting here with my like mouth agape.
But it's so funny too because
really, why would you?
And then there are really crazy radical people who buy a new Apple product and then in front of everyone else waiting in line, they'll take it and just throw it against the concrete. I would literally have a heart attack. I'd go into cardiac arrest.
I'm sure if you like put anything in a blender, it would blend up. I don't know. Let's try it. Next time on the show, we'll
bring a blender up here. We'll put Karl's ancient iPad phone in it, and I'm sure it'll blend. That piece of crap.
Oh, please.
Fighting words.
All
right. In the meantime, it is 12:30 here in Montana. Thank you for tuning in here in Bozeman, Livingston, Helena, Mammoth Hot Springs, or wherever you're tuning in from online. The theme of this hour, we have, shocking that there are not a lot of songs. We could play a whole Zombies album, but I don't want to do that. There are not a lot of songs with crazy zombie lyrics and things like that. So we chose a few songs to complete the rest of this hour that have very, very scary or far out music videos. So if you can guess this first one, Karl.
Oh, no.
I'll give you
Here
$1 million.
Wait, where's my...
Do you know what it is?
Oh, wait.
It's coming up soon. It's creepy. What is it? If you don't guess this, you're kicked off the show.
Oh, please. Wait. I think I know. I'm pretty sure. I just don't want to say the wrong thing. It's Thriller.
It is Thriller.
I'm just that good.
Well, let's not get too full of ourselves. Thriller, Michael Jackson right now. That last song you heard was Alejandro by Lady Gaga. If I were to change my name, I'd change it to Alejandro.
You know that.
Oh, that's Alex's kind of name.
Mexico.
Oh, it was written after Alex. Lucky him. Maybe one day I'll have a song written after me. Maybe.
Gosh, I'm just thinking of songs.
Just thinking of the titles of what those would be. So if you know me, you know that I'm inspired by a lot. And there's always something fresh on my mind. So here are 3 of those things that are fresh on my mind right now. Karl, I know you don't watch Game of Thrones. Alex, I know you've seen it, but you don't really watch it. But Game of Thrones premiered Sunday. And everyone is just obsessed with that epic. And I jumped on that bandwagon just to jump on the bandwagon to be a part of the cult. But at the same time, I now feel like I'm a part of the group. I'm a groupie. And Game of Thrones premiered, and it was the biggest premiere or the biggest viewed session of an HBO program since the finale of The Sopranos a little over 10 years ago. And their streaming service, HBO, crashed because so many people were trying to access it. And I was ticked, but it is what it is. And if you also know me, you know that I'm obsessed with late night TV and that one day I will host The Tonight Show. But the big news going around is that David Letterman retired. Do you guys watch?
Yeah,
I don't like him, but regardless, he's retiring, and all of these people are being rumored to take his place. And I have a list here right now. Craig Ferguson, who's on after David Letterman, has the right of first refusal. And so he can say, I want it or I don't want it. But I think that he doesn't have enough of a format to fill in for Letterman, which it is what it is. But I don't know. He's too different. There's Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart are both on the list. They're on Comedy Central, and they get paid millions of dollars to do whatever they want. So I don't think they're going to take that price cut, jump to a network station, and then have limits on what they can do. And then the real big mix-up is that there are two women who might be thrown into the mix of late-night TV. Can you guess who those are, Carl?
Ooh, no. Let's see. There's a few, but who
Ellen? Ellen's in talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can
And
see
Chelsea Handler, she just announced that she is
Really?
leaving the E! News Network. I don't know what she's going to be doing. I just bought her book, so she's an interesting character. And she can't be tamed either. I have no idea what she does. I don't watch her show enough. Neil Patrick Harris, who hosts everything for CBS, the Tonys, the Emmys, he's really, really talented. But, I don't know if these people can necessarily do the routine of having a show Monday through Friday for an hour every night.
That would be tough.
It's a tough routine. Jerry Seinfeld's on the list.
Okay, I could see that.
He has way too much money. I mean, he's probably just doing his own thing. Louis C.K., he has a show. I don't know if I'm a big Louis C.K. fan. I don't know enough about him to be a fan, to say whether or not I'm a fan. Chris Rock. The problem with Chris Rock is that you can't say the F word every other word on cable on network television. So I think
that might be kind of tough for him, huh?
Another woman in the mix-up is Tina Fey. I would watch Tina Fey.
Okay.
The problem with Tina Fey, though, is that she has that long relationship with NBC, and NBC is the rival network. And
right.
But speaking of rival networks, Conan O'Brien is on that list. And Conan O'Brien, what he has the upper hand is that he ticked off NBC, and he was ticked off by NBC. So to go to CBS would be a real slap in the face to them, and it could be like a revenge move.
Oh, totally.
But what I find interesting also on this list is Jay Leno. And they'll never give it to Jay Leno because Letterman was promised The Tonight Show when he was at NBC.
Right.
Gave it to Leno. So I think there's bad blood between Leno and Letterman. But at the same time, who knows? And then our favorite, the last person on the list, Howard Stern.
Oh, really?
And
I didn't think Howard would take the pay cut.
Well, you know what? I don't think he would ever take this position, and it's too much work for him. But he wouldn't have to wake up as early as he usually does now. I think the thing with Howard Stern is that he's evolved from talking about lesbians to having serious celebrity interviews.
Right, yeah. Every time you flip on Howard Stern,
he was raunchy, and he would have,
yeah.
sex scandal stuff on the show and all that stuff. And now he really has serious celebrity interviews, and he gets these high-powered celebrities to do things that they wouldn't normally do, say things they wouldn't normally say.
We were listening to his interview with Pitbull.
Last
the other
week.
day, and yeah, that was interesting.
He has a lot of cool guys on there, and stuff that you would find out only if you listen to him, because these celebrities don't open up to other people; they open up to Howard.
Right.
But half of the stuff that they open up about, you probably can't say on network television.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
Not.
I would go and work for CBS. I mean, so if they want to offer that to me.
I mean, if if you cleared your schedule.
If I cleared my schedule, I would have to give this up. I would even give up them calling it the Key Listener Show. I would do the Late Show? I don't even know what it's called.
I don't know.
I'm such an NBC fan. A fangirl.
And I was gonna say the last name on the list there I saw was Kyle Steiner, but
let's just scribble that in real quick. The other big thing that I'm obsessed, and we talked about this a few months ago.
Here we go.
It's now a few months ago. I can't believe it's already April. Peter Mayhew, who was under the Chewbacca costume for 4 of the 6.
Was that Chewbacca?
Yeah, he's this tall British dude, and he was under the furry costume for 4 of the 6 movies. He is now confirmed to be taking on the role of Chewbacca once more for the 7th movie. And it just came out this week that they already started filming this. They pulled a quick one, and they've already started filming the 7th movie.
All these movies coming out, too. And I heard Jurassic Park's making another
Jurassic Park 4, yeah.
Man.
I think 2015 is going to be a huge year.
Absolutely.
Huge year for movies. 2014, I'm kind of bummed with what's coming out. I think the only thing I'm really looking forward to, there's 2 of them. It's Godzilla with Bryan Cranston.
They're making another Godzilla? Really?
Yeah, and it doesn't look like the crappy kind where it has the where they don't dub the audio correctly over the video. And I would do the hand motion, but you can't see me. And then Godzilla, and then the Seth MacFarlane movie, A Million Ways to Die.
I am excited to see
Both of those come out when I'm in Australia, so I'm really ticked I can't go at midnight.
Hey, I'll be there. The Seth MacFarlane. I'll take pictures for you. I'll Snapchat
you get kicked
it
out
to
of
you.
the theater.
Do they have internet in Australia? I don't know.
I don't know. You know what's funny? Australia's the size is like double the size of the U.S., but it has the population of like Manhattan, a little bit more than Manhattan. But from size comparison to actual population, not a whole lot of people. Really, really.
Oh yeah, no, it should be fun.
Should be great.
Going around and doing your thing, backpacking and such. With
Hope
your
I-
GoPro
hope
that
I
you're
don't
gonna
get
throw.
kicked out of the country. Actually, that might be a goal. Try to get kicked out of Australia. It's never been done before,
Hey,
but I'll
you've
I'll
been
be the
kicked out
first.
of better.
That I have. We have 10 minutes till the top of the hour. We will be back with you at 1 o'clock.
I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed.
Coldplay with the song Death and All of His Friends. A little bit out there, but it is what it is. Obscure
stuff.
People like obscure stuff, apparently.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely.
There's people out there. There's listeners out there.
The obscure music type. Anyway, it is 101 here in Bozeman, Montana. You were tuned into KGLT Bozeman and the Key Listeners Show. I'm Kyle Steiner here with Klassy Karl.
Klassy Karl.
This hour is brought to you by the Bozeman Deaconess Health Services, recipient of the Health Grades Joint Replacement Excellence Award. It's quite the award. Among the top 10% in the nation for joint replacement by Health Grades. They are on the web at bozemandeaconess.org. Also, by one of my favorite places, this hour is brought to you by Dave's Sushi.
Yes.
They are open every day, serving sushi and other Asian-inspired dishes, as well as beer, wine, and sake. Which, oof, I can't do that. Dave's Sushi, located off Main at 115 North Bozeman, or by phone at 556-1351. And it's funny because I've had the 994-4492 phone number instilled in my head for the past 2 weeks for the fund drive.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And they have some final numbers here, and it looks like as of 3 p.m. today, we are at $149,007. The goal was $165,000, but the great thing is that you can continue to pledge even throughout the year when fund drive is not going on. So you can give back to KGLT in all sorts of ways. I'm still looking for that $66,000 check that I asked for last week, but you know what? Take your time. You have the rest of the year. 66 grand for the Key Listeners Show.
I mean, come up and I suppose we'll let you in if you want
You
to
can
donate
hang out if you want.
$66,000.
We don't have a third mic, and we need that. We need that third mic.
We
and
need people to call in and say, the Key Listener Show should have 3 or 4 mics.
Exactly. We need a whole team. But the cool thing about KGLT is that you can constantly buy gear throughout the year, pending what's in stock. So we have an awesome cranberry red t-shirt, a dreamsicle orange.
Dreamsicle orange.
For the ladies, a long sleeve sage colored t-shirt, a nice embroidered vest to help you with these cool yet kind of warm nights. 2 types of caps, a nice tote bag, and the infamous KGLT mug. Infamous.
It is. Well,
It's gone.
Our pen holder is gone now.
It's a lot cleaner up here now that the fund drive is over with. The millions of phones are put away. The call center people went back to their little cubbies. and I like it.
It is
nice
clean.
and
And
I'm super type A when it comes to. That's why I love Apple products, because they're so much cleaner than your crap.
on.
But yeah, it's nice, clean, tidy, good to go for the Key Listener Show for the next 2 hours. And we are instilling a new type of format for this show. It's our 16th show. 16.
Is it really?
Unbelievable.
Lucky listeners out there.
16th show, and we are introducing Klassy Karl in the news,
Klassy Karl in the news.
where we'll be talking about, hopefully, for a whole hour of these news stories.
A whole hour. I don't know. I just got deer in the
I only
headlights.
got a few stories.
Seriously, right?
Well, what do we have over there, Carl?
For news?
Take it away.
Do you want to do this right now?
It's
Klassy
news
Karl in
time.
the news. Klassy Karl in the news. I have a few stories for you. I found interesting out there. So, Kyle, you've heard about the whole Flight 370.
Who hasn't heard about
thing.
that?
Yeah, right. And I wasn't going to bring this up just because there's been so much press on it and everything. Well, apparently over in Perth, Australia, which you know about Perth.
Well, you know what? My dad told me to say, because it's true, I'm going down there to help them out. They need some extra help
there
finding
you
this
go.
plane.
I think
They didn't even need to ask, like, formally. They sort of hinted at it. So I'm just
your-
going to go,
the
I'm
radio
going to find this
personality.
plane. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to have the whole flight. I'm hoping that flight is still around and everyone is alive and well. And they're all going to be on the show if that's the case.
Nice.
I'll
I
tell
think
you
it should
what.
be a tax write-off. I mean, the Kyle Steiner is going down there to head up the search.
My whole Australia trip is a tax write-off for the Key Listener
Right.
Show.
So Perth, that's on the west.
The West Coast.
And,
It's like the one city
okay.
on the West Coast.
But yeah, apparently a ship searching for the missing Malaysian Flight 370 detected 2 more underwater signals from that black box.
Interesting.
The thing. Well, there's like 2 black boxes, and they think they have signals from one. Anyway, so they're getting all these signals and everything, and they think they finally found the area that it's in.
Here's my thing with this whole story. I don't want to hear it that someone has the power to turn off all of the tracking
Right.
devices.
Well, that's the thing. It's like,
And even with Google Maps, I can find Area 51 on Google Maps, and you're telling me that satellites aren't finding this thing, different receivers aren't finding this thing. I don't know what heavy duty technology planes use.
It's a jetliner, literally. In this, well, you don't like it, but my phone here, like
Has a GPS in
Carl's
it.
iPad. Literally, yeah, you could go bury it in the mountains somewhere, and I'm sure somehow, somewhere through some internet site or the FBI, whatever, could find it.
They even have beacons
you're
that
telling me-
skiers wear
Right.
if avalanches happen, and we can find them on the mountain.
Right, and you're telling me that a jet,
A huge
a
plane.
jetliner, doesn't have any sort of like. You're telling
That's
me
why
that,
I'm convinced something fishy is going
right?
on.
Any one of those people's phones on there, like, couldn't it be, somehow tracked or
Right.
something? Those black boxes. I mean, there's such strong like GPSs and stuff. It just blows my mind. Something of a Bermuda Triangle.
And here's the
stuff
thing,
to
too.
happen.
I think the Australians are leading the task force to find this plane.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it sounds like from this article, anyway.
And I always get the CNN updates on my phone saying Prime Minister holding a news conference at 11 o'clock our time, whatever. And it's always the same thing. Well, it seems like we cannot find the plane once again.
I'm liking it.
And-
You're working on your
Yeah, I'm
Australian.
trying.
Yeah, anyway.
We can't find the plane
Shrimp on
once
the
again. I'll get killed if I say that down there. Can't find the plane once again. We'll be back with you on another CNN news update tomorrow. But in the meantime, we'll send more ships and planes over the smaller area because of the black box, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it. There's technology out there to find it. They don't even have to use humans to find it.
Oh, yeah.
It just makes me
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing. Well, actually, I heard something that, putting out the thing, it's a myth. It was a myth. It was not the right story. But anyway, there was a myth out there that was leading people to believe that the CIA or the FBI found the plane in a bunker somewhere in some little small country being, outfitted with bombs or something.
And I
and
think there's so many, because people
there were
speculate.
there were all these speculations and everything. And once again, that whole story is just a myth. But I wouldn't doubt it. Something like that happening where it's like
Right.
totally, there were two people on that plane with wrong passports or something like that.
I think there were more than two people.
Were
They
there?
found days after they reported on the two people with missing passports that there were other people with missing passports.
I don't know. There's a ton of
Something fishy.
There's a ton of speculation, and that's the thing. It's like something totally is going on there because, like you said, I mean, just so much
Here's
GPS
what I envision.
devices and stuff.
And J.J. Abrams probably already has the script written. But what I envision is that this plane landed in the middle of a jungle somewhere, and it's cleared out. There's a runway, and it's just covered with leaves and whatnot, because that can combat against satellite imagery. And they're being held hostage. That's what I think. But you know what? Who am I to say? But who are any of these other news anchors to say? It's all
Exactly.
speculation because we don't have any sure fact.
Exactly.
We really don't.
Well, and so I don't know what's going on. This is an Associated Press article. If you want to check it out, it's on Yahoo News, being put out through that. But yeah, they basically said the Australian Navy's Ocean Shield program picked up the two signals in a sweep on Tuesday. That the analysis of two sounds detected in the same area last week showed they were consistent with the plane's black boxes. So who knows? It might be in that area. They're sending divers down.
I was just gonna say that because if they're sending boats out and planes and whatever, and if they have this area that keeps getting smaller and smaller and where this plane might be, if it's underwater, send submarines out.
I mean,
The Australian Navy is probably one of the best navies in the world. They're on an island, so I'd imagine that they have a lot of ground or water to patrol.
I don't know, but yeah. So they're hoping to find the plane or wreckage or at least something in the near future right now. But they're optimistic about that. So.
I'm optimistic about it too. I hope they find it.
Yeah,
And-
so not to beat a dead horse or anything, but we'll probably be talking about that more. Klassy Karl in the news
In the coming weeks.
Hopefully there's more to go on that. So here's something that we were talking about, and we were actually talking about it at Madison River the other day, and I didn't want to bring this up because you're just going to freak out. But it's official. Apple iWatch will be released soon. We don't know when the release date is yet, officially.
You don't want to get me started on this.
I don't want to get you
What's the rest of the story say, and then I'll go off on it.
Because, you literally... Okay, the rest of the story. Anyway, well, and actually, this article says that not only will it be, linked to your iPhone and, all your stuff, whatever you're talking about, drinking the Kool-Aid, but they're actually saying it will actually monitor... your health.
Yes.
Kind of, because it monitors... Right now, it monitors the exposure to UV rays.
Yeah.
Get that.
I was reading this article earlier today. I read everything Apple, if you can only imagine. And does the Samsung, because you were talking about the Samsung watch.
I wanted to get that.
Does
yeah,
it do health tracking? and
So
monitoring?
yeah, it does. It does all that stuff like running.
That's
all
the
that.
thing. People are in this craze the past few years of the Nike Fuel Band and these other fitness bands or whatever you want to call them, and it tracks how many hours you're sleeping, when you're going into REM, your heart rate, your blood pressure.
It's all going
just
on Google.
It's all. It literally is. I bet you it is. And people are going crazy about it. So they have to integrate that into anything that's just, it's going to be a wearable. And I'm shocked that Google Glasses don't do that.
And this is Apple's first wearable technology device, but they're saying in this article it could be a virtual doctor rather than just a second screen for your iPhone.
Yeah.
And so, more than, just monitoring UV exposure, but yeah, the health monitoring, everything like that, it's really lightweight. But there's been leaks that, it's going to be released here soon. But so that's kind of what's going on with that. I was hesitant to read this because
we could talk about this for days.
You literally said that, if you had as soon as Apple releases their watch, you could rule the world. But
I already do rule the world.
Please. So I'm sure you'll hear about that.
Well, here's the thing. I was reading an article earlier today that said in the third quarter of this year, the watch will be released. And Apple's used to be where you knew what was coming out based on the schedule of previous releases. And they would always release an iPad in the spring, a phone in the fall, something. They would announce new software over the summer. And now they're a loose cannon. No one knows when they'll release anything.
There's leaks and stuff, but...
There are leaks, but I think it's a lot of designers who are just creating renders and speculating on what the watch will look like. And I'm hoping Apple looks at these websites because some of these renderings are super, super sweet.
Oh, yeah.
And I would buy any one of them. Even if they didn't look sweet, I'd still buy it.
This
But
thing looks
regardless,
awesome.
They look very cool. And I'm excited to walk around like a Secret Service agent. I really am. I don't like wearing suit and tie, but I would suit up to be a Secret Service agent,
man.
mock Secret Service agent, and walk around with my Apple Watch, call people.
Oh, geez. Well, it's like 007 James Bond stuff.
It's happening.
And
It really is.
the Samsung Watch has a camera built into the band, like I was talking about earlier. These things, monitor your health.
I
You can
think
call
Apple's
people.
design team just bases their products off of James Bond movies. Because if you saw Skyfall, the James Bond had the gun that only he could fire. He would grip it and it would read his palm or
yeah,
whatever, and only he could shoot it. So
Right,
when
the
someone else picked it
biosecurity
up,
things.
yeah. And the iPhone 5S has the thumb scanner thing,
Right.
That you
Biometrics.
can biometrics. So you can't unlock the phone unless you were a registered finger of that phone. So I don't know. Maybe they're just ever since Steve left us, they're just watching James Bond movies and try to
maybe
up the
that's
futuristic possibilities of their products.
It's watching James Bond.
I was
movies.
reading another article too about Apple and their head of marketing. His name is Phil Schiller. He exchanged some emails with their ad agency that they've used for years, and the ad agency was basically recommending to Phil Schiller that they need to stop with their comfort zone of usual Apple ads and start letting the ad agency branch out for them. Phil Schiller and
Really?
Apple didn't like that. But I'm convinced. I was talking to one of my best friends, and he was saying that the Apple executive team is full of these old school Apple guys who have been around for years, who were there during the Steve era. And now that Steve's gone, they need to start upping the ante. They need to start saying, okay, well, we really need to keep up with the times. If people want bigger screens for their phones, we have to start doing that.
Right.
We can't dictate the industry anymore because all these other companies are coming out with stuff that's just so much, I'll air quotes, better than ours, but it's different and people aren't used to it. At the same time, though, Apple makes beautiful products, and I think that's what attracts people is that they love the tangible product itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, technology is just advancing so fast and everything. But anyway, to move on, because we have a lot of articles to get through and stuff like that. But, we can go off of those. But another article I came across that was kind of interesting was UFO spotters are excited about a NASA photo from Mars. So in this NASA photo, you see an artificial light, like, a spotlight from the Luxor that you see in Vegas. Yeah. Literally, this
It's shooting
huge
up in the air?
Well, it's kind of honestly looks like a door opening, and there's like
really?
this huge light. Yeah, and so I'm looking at this picture right now, once again on Yahoo News, and this one's actually through thewire.com. But this light, and it's from one of the rovers, and this picture.
Do they have more than one rover up there? Two,
I think. Still, right? They're
I
still
have no
going.
idea.
I don't know. They're like pretty much like 5 years.
This is why I don't work for NASA.
Right? Yeah, they're still going up there. Anyway, so yeah, this picture shows, black and white picture, but it shows this light, and so people are just,
Freaking
so
out.
excited about it and everything. But
I'm fascinated. Are you fascinated by UFOs?
oh yeah.
fascinate me. Aliens fascinate me. I would hope NASA recruits me to be the first person to correspond with the aliens when we do make contact. Live from the Key Listener Show, we're talking to the aliens.
Is that before you host this Tonight Show?
Listen, I don't know when the
XM,
timeline of events is going to happen, but I would just hope that they would ask me to do it, because I think that the aliens would love us if I was the first one to talk to them.
You're listening to the Key Listener Show.
And they would be like, what's going on here? But
I think so, yeah. And so it's a big controversy. Yeah, I mean, well, and that's the thing too. I want to bring up, on that is, if we're the only, like, every single sun, every single star you see out there is the sun,
right?
And a big ball of gas. And so if our sun, one of the billions and billions amongst them, has planets around it, there has to be life out
I'm convinced.
There. I mean, yeah.
I just love going to planetariums and looking at images. It's so fascinating because is it the last frontier or the next frontier?
The last frontier.
But what if we find something
Montana's
beyond
the last
space?
best frontier, or whatever. And so I think the final frontier.
The final frontier. I thought that was Alaska.
Star Trek. Alaska. I don't know. The final frontier. One of those. Space is the final
Regardless,
frontier.
I would just the Planet of the Apes. There's a lot of movies where they dump people into black holes, and it's just completely different worlds. Right? Maybe there is a galaxy far, far away, and there is a real Chewbacca. But I love when people get all up in arms down here on Earth, in the States or wherever else, about UFO sightings just in the sky. It's like, maybe it's not a plane.
Well, and honestly,
especially with the Malaysian Airlines flight, you never know.
Yeah,
maybe we're just missing them tracking us.
And so here's the thing I just want to share. So this summer, actually, I was down in my hometown in Nevada, and there's a bunch of weird, like, UFO stuff that was going on this summer.
And to fill people in, up northern Nevada, there's not a whole lot. It's desert. So when you look into the sky,
Walmart, okay.
Okay, like I said, not a whole lot. And you look up into the sky, and there's no air pollution. So down in Vegas, there's a lot of air pollution, or light pollution, air pollution. There's probably air pollution too, light pollution, and you can see a ton of there. I'd imagine it's beautiful.
Well, it's just like this. It's like, Bozeman or Montana at night. Well, anyway, so there's a lot of weird UFO stuff going around and everything. Well, I get on the buses, or last summer I got on the buses to go out to the mines. Actually, Karl. Anyway, that's a whole different story. But it was like 4 a.m, and so the night before, the week leading up to it, there's this guy that disappeared. He was just driving, literally found his car on the side of the highway with the door open, and this guy was completely gone. They put up billboards, everything like that. Well, the night before, actually, I kept getting like Snapchats or all that Instagram photos and stuff of people that were like, look up in the air, like this light was just bouncing around, and then there was a couple lights bouncing around, and then they just like zoomed off and were gone.
Really?
And, yeah. And so of course the government shut it down, shut down any theories about it and everything like that. But so I just dismissed it. But then so like I said, like 4 a.m, heading out to the mines, it's still dark out. There was an entire FBI roadblock.
Really?
Yeah, or a roadblock, a huge security.
This is this past summer.
Yeah, a huge security checkpoint that people had to go through. And so we, like in the bus, we had to go through. They waved us on and everything. But I mean, why would FBI agents be there when this guy disappeared, or a couple guys disappeared, and like all these people were seeing all these different lights and stuff? All of a sudden, the FBI.
Did they ever find the people?
Next morning, I honestly, I went back for Christmas break, and I still think the guy's missing.
Really?
But yeah.
This past summer, there's this guy in town who hangs out at the few coffee shops that I hang out at, and his name is Karl too, and he calls himself Captain Crazy Karl. He used to be Colonel Crazy Karl.
Crazy Karl?
Crazy Karl. And
he got demoted.
He got demoted. But he was telling me that he believes that aliens in the Montana Yellowstone region are prevalent, and they are here, and they are talking to him, and there's some very interesting people here in Bozeman, but he might be right. I think it's going to get to the point where our technology is so advanced that we'll be able to find them. And I really, really hope it's in our lifetime, because I really want that to happen.
You want to be the first communicator, so.
Well, that too, yeah, but I really just want to see, are all the movies correct in depicting what aliens look like? Are there other humans? Is there an alternate universe where we are like the complete opposite of what we are? I'm just so many personalities embodied into one being that I don't think they could alternate.
You're probably an alien. I don't know. You never know.
Maybe you just uncovered a big secret. Big secret.
Exactly. So that's that news. This picture, this light. So I don't know. Life on Mars. Who knows? There's already the face on Mars. Everything like that. Want me to keep going to news articles?
Absolutely.
Okay. So another one I found that was interesting. At Google bids to put its Glass to work. So Google Glass, obviously you've heard about it. It's pretty prevalent.
That was supposed to come out this past fall, and I don't know why it didn't.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of security issues with it. A lot of people have issues with it just because the whole picture capabilities within recording capabilities,
and no one knows if
there's
you're
no
taking
disclaimers.
pictures or recording.
People, yeah,
Right.
exactly. And B, you can cheat on cheating on tests, everything like that. Which I would think it'd be obvious. You press the
Sure.
button like Siri, or not Siri, but whatever.
I think they call it Glass. Like,
Yeah.
okay, Glass.
Okay,
tell me what
Glass,
the answer
what's
is
the
to
answer
this.
to this finance question. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But no, it is, and so I think that's kind of some of the problems with it. But anyway, it's really, really cool. I saw an article on it. But yeah, so at the 500 Club bar in the heart, there this article out of San Francisco by Yahoo Finance actually. At the 500 Club bar in the heart of the Mission District here, patrons are banned from wearing Google Glass.
Which is interesting because you wouldn't think that they would ban Google Glass in Silicon Valley.
Right, exactly. And this picture actually shows a lung surgeon using Google Glass during his operations, things like that.
Really?
I could see how could be totally
Very beneficial for people like
really
that.
beneficial for surgeons, doctors, everything like that. It's just really interesting. And this whole thing is the patient confidentiality thing.
Sure.
You don't know, once again, when it's recording, all that stuff, what data they're collecting, things like that. So patient confidentiality, HIPAA, all that stuff,
Right.
one of those. And so this is what kind of the article is about. And so there's people, up in arms about it. It shouldn't be in, operation rooms, things like that. But it's definitely interesting. And so the whole Google Glass thing, I think it's really cool.
I bet you the aliens already have Google Glass.
Oh, they probably gave us the technology. So
They're talking to Google. Google
we've
already
all
knows
seen
they're aliens.
Transformers and
Oh, my
who
goodness.
made the microwave?
Are they making another one of those movies, though? I think a fourth Transformers.
Are they?
Yeah, it's with Mark
Probably.
Wahlberg. They
Oh,
beat
I'm
these
a
franchises
fan.
to death. I like Mark Wahlberg
Rocky
just as much as the next
500.
guy. Oh my God! If they cannot put Sylvester Stallone in another movie, even though I think he's going to be in
man.
the Expendables 10 or whatever number they're on. I'm not kidding.
So yeah, that's kind of that story. You can find that once again Yahoo. I think it's the New York Times.
Cool. What else we got?
Okay, let's see here. So this is really interesting. Glow in the dark ice cream. And so this guy, he literally developed glow in the dark ice cream, and he makes all sorts of cool things. It's Charlie Harry, but he's created glow in the dark ice cream, and the secret ingredient is synthesized jellyfish protein.
And alien blood. He too knows that there are aliens.
So there's all sorts of things that this guy makes ice cream wise and everything. But this is really cool. So glow in the dark ice cream. There's literally a picture of it. Yeah, and it is. It's like, I don't know, everything glows in the dark from where we're from in Nevada, but Yucca Mountain and all that. But anyway, glow in the dark ice cream. I don't know how I'd feel about eating that, but it's out there. It's coming. So.
Ooh, you know what I wish they made is remember, I don't know if they're still around. Dippin' Dots.
Oh, yeah.
The ice cream of the future.
Astronaut ice cream.
Yeah, astronaut ice cream. I hated that, but Dippin' Dots. I wish they sold those in little packets or pouches in stores. Like, you know how they have Haagen-Dazs cartons in stores and you can pay like $10 for Haagen-Dazs? I would pay so much money to get Dippin' Dots and be able to bring it home and freeze it in my own freezer and eat it when I want. And they don't have a Dippin' Dot store here. They used to have a Dippin' Dot store right around
I didn't even know that
where I
was
live
still a
in
thing.
Vegas, but they don't have one here, and they really need to sell that to consumers in grocery stores because I would just love that.
Huh, that'd be crazy.
I would love it.
Yeah, anyway.
And then glow-in-the-dark ice cream.
I think so. Glow in the dark ice cream. This guy also makes flammable sprinkles, edible mist, even
This guy sounds dangerous.
Literally, even ice cream made from a fire extinguisher.
That can't be
know.
healthy.
Yeah, right? Glow in the dark ice cream can't be healthy, but who knows? So it sounds pretty cool. This guy's pretty awesome.
Soon he'll be using bear mace in ice cream, spraying that in cartons. Speaking of bear mace, you know those things shoot up to 40 feet?
Really?
I have a can of bear mace because my friend came up last summer and we were like, well, we're going to hike. We might as well get bear mace. Because, not every day can I take on a bear with just my fists.
I
I,
mean,
didn't
not
have
every
Vladimir
day,
Putin with me. So regardless, I have this bear.
No, he'd ride it with his shirt off. But anyway, that's
Yeah, exactly. he would wrangle it up. I had this can of bear mace, shoots up to 40 feet. And the only reason I bring this up is because before I was leaving the apartment tonight, there were these two clowns fighting outside across from my apartment. And I was thinking, I wouldn't even need to leave my house to take them out with bear mace.
Oh man, this
Just
is
from my
getting
balcony.
dangerous.
Boom. Gotcha. And maybe they'll create bear mace that's safe for the human versus zombie wars.
Let's develop it. Let's do it.
develop-
Let's sell
Can
it
you-
just like the Nerf guns.
silly string. Is that what it's called?
Silly string, yeah.
How funny would that be if MSU was just doused in silly string because of Human versus Zombies?
I don't think MSU would think that was too funny, but
I would think it is hysterical.
you would.
What else do we have
That'd
over
be
there?
cool.
Classic Karl?
All right, so just one more thing, I'll get back to the music and stuff, but just one more news article I found that was interesting. I was kind of reading through this, debating if I should put it, but 7 ways to improve your health in 60 seconds. So, everyone says sleep more, go to the gym, good diet, to be more healthy, but just little things you can do to be, more healthy. Like, number 1, beat your sugar addiction. Swap out your sugary snack with something else. You can eat bananas.
What if you don't have the willpower to swap it out? Be like, I'm not going to eat sugar, this sugary product.
Oh, no. I mean, like, you go for, the name your sugary product, but then instead of that, you, eat a banana because a banana still tastes sugary. It just doesn't have all that sugar in it.
Oh, gotcha.
So, the next time you want to go get some licorice, whatever, ice cream, glow-in-the-dark ice cream.
Glow-in-the-dark ice cream? Dippin' Dots when they finally have that in stores?
Exactly, your flammable sprinkles. You can switch that out for, an apple or banana. It still has the same sugar content, and it's still, because it's a sugar addiction. It's actually an addiction. They're showing a side-by-side of the brain activity with sugar and cocaine. And actually, this is what I do when I'm bored. But meanwhile, my paper is 4 days late. But anyway. And it's actually worse for you. So sugar is an addiction. You can swap that out there and beat that and fulfill that craving with bananas, apples, things like that have natural sugar. Second thing, and there's only 7, but second thing, stand up. Literally, so just standing right here.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, I'm going to do it right now, too.
All right, stand up.
They say just standing right here, or sitting down. Most people sit down all day in their office and stuff. If you just take a couple seconds to just stand up while you're doing that, take a stretch. I mean, I already feel better.
Fantastic.
Right, exactly. Man. Let's go run a mile.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
But anyway, lengthen your life, stand up. Shows that, when you sit for long periods and stuff, you're more likely to, experience signs of psychological distress, all of that stuff.
Really?
But stand up for 10 seconds or just a minute. And just major health benefits over time can come from that. It can you can.
My
burn
legs
up
no
to,
longer asleep.
34 calories or something. I
Feels
don't
good.
know. But yeah, exactly. Number 3, change your mood, eat chocolate. So
Whoa.
obviously, unhealthy chocolate, milk chocolate. Healthy chocolate is the dark chocolate. Eat dark chocolate. It improves your mood. It's natural. What are those things in your brain?
Endorphins?
Natural endorphin stimulants.
Is that the word?
Endorphins, yeah, I think so.
feel
You
super
nailed it.
scientific.
Wow. Dr. Kyle in the studio right now. But,
as long as you don't affiliate you with the Dr. Phil type,
yeah, exactly.
I'll take that title.
But anyway, so there's a book out, A Chocolate a Day by Dr. John Ashton. There's natural endorphins in chocolate. Don't eat it, you're craving, your sugar addiction, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But dark chocolate can actually have good health effects, good psychological effects when you eat it, sparingly, of course.
Right.
Number 4, beat snack cravings, brush your teeth. So when you all of a sudden get snack cravings, and this is, kind of cool, I read this, but when you have sweet cravings, after brushing, it's long gone. I've never done this before, but it says not only will brushing help alleviate cravings, but the minty taste left in your mouth will ruin the taste of any unhealthy snack you reach for.
Interesting.
So, when you taste, when you brush your teeth and all of a sudden you have a beer, apple juice,
Right.
whatever, and it tastes like crap. Yeah, that's.
Karl brushes his teeth in the morning and then has beer for breakfast.
I mean, when I'm not having beer and cigarettes for breakfast, I don't know I don't know what I can say yet, but I'm getting, yeah. Anyway, so number 5, take control of your weight. Get on the scale once a week. If you just monitor that, if you just get on the scale once a week, you're more likely to, control your health, control your eating habits.
Get on a scale?
Things like that. Just get on the scale. Yeah. I mean,
They need an iPad app where you can stand on your iPad. I don't own a scale.
I think they do. No, I think they literally have a scale that links with your smartphone.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, anyway, it tracks all that stuff. But so you can do that, and literally, you just step on your scale, monitor it, and you're more likely to do more for your health. 2 more that are pretty interesting. Eat a tablespoon of flaxseed. So when our stomachs rumble, we reach for whatever food is closest and often
Really?
end up overeating, especially over time. If you eat the flaxseed, it's high in fiber, so it acts as a natural appetite suppressant.
Wow.
So flaxseed, I don't know, check it out. It's weird. Last one, actually, and it's genius. I just never thought of it. Last one, number 7, burn fat. Turn off the kitchen lights.
Really?
Yep. And so, yeah,
Maybe that's why I'm so skinny, because I live in the dark.
Maybe. I don't know. But literally, if your kitchen light is on, that glow from the kitchen, that UFO glow from the kitchen, you're more likely, you're attracted to it. It's like, don't go towards the light.
Right.
But especially if you're a night owl, most of your lights are off and the kitchen light's on, you'll go for that light, you'll go for the fridge, and, you're more likely to eat because you look towards the kitchen. So turn your lights off.
Is that the psychology behind having a light in the refrigerator?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Oh my! I'm feeling so scientific tonight.
Wow. Yeah, let's just become doctors. I don't know.
No, listen. I don't want that power.
So besides hosting the Tonight Show, talking to aliens, you're going to become a doctor. Okay.
Dr. Key Listener.
Right. So once again, you can figure this out on Yahoo, or you can find this out. Yahoo News, Healthy Living. But turn off your kitchen light, and you're less likely to be attracted to that and go eat more. But anyway. Take a breath. Those are the news articles from Klassy Karl.
Klassy Karl in the news. Here is Michelle Branch. We'll be back with you in a little bit.
No, don't just walk away, pretending everything's okay and you don't care about me. And I know it's just no use when all your lies become your truths, and I don't care. Could you look me in the eye and tell me that you're happy now? Would you tell it to my face, or have I been erased? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Took all there was to take and left me with an empty plate, and you don't care about it. And I am giving up this gift and leaving you with all the blame, 'cause I don't care. Could you look me in the eye and tell me that you're happy now? Would you tell it to my face, or have I been erased? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Yeah, yeah. Do you really have everything? What you can ever give something you ain't got. You can't run away from yourself. Yeah. Could you look me in the eyes and tell me that you're happy now? Yeah, yeah. Come on, tell it to my face, or have I been replaced? Are you happy now? Yeah, yeah, Would you look me in the eye? Could you look me in the eye? I've had all that I can take. I'm not about to break, 'cause I'm happy now. Are you happy now?
Heart of the Valley's 10th annual Snowshoe Shuffle will be Saturday, April 12th at Big Sky's Madison Village base area. dogs and their companions will head for the slopes to enjoy a moonlit snowshoe course, ending the day at the Headwaters Grill for a chili dinner, raffle, and music by the Gettin' Up Early Boys. Featured in Dog Fancy magazine, this event guarantees frosty fun for the entire family. Registration begins at 5:30 p.m. at the event. More information online at heartofthevalley.shelter.org. The 10th Annual Snowshoe Shuffle, Saturday, April 12th at Big Sky's Madison Village base area.
It ain't over till the blues band howls and the rocker screams. You can still donate to Fund Drive online at kglt.net or by phone at 994-6484. Your support will make KGLT rock solid. Pledge online at kglt.net or by phone at 994-6484. And thank you for your support.
Montforton School's Art and Culture Fair is Friday, April 25th from 5 to 8 p.m. The fair will feature numerous booths where kids and adults can make art, including a photo booth, face painting, Japanese printing, and calligraphy. Healthy World cuisine will be available. The fair is a showcase of student art as well as a fundraiser for the school's visual arts program. There's more information by phone at 600-6976. The Art and Culture Fair, 5 p.m. Friday, April 25th at Montforton Public School, 6001 Montforton Road, Bozeman.
The Holter Museum of Art in Helena celebrates the opening of the 40th Annual Youth Electrum Exhibition, 5:30 to 8 p.m. on Friday, April 18th. Free and open to all, the exhibit features artwork by elementary, middle, and high school students from the greater Helena area. There will be live music, desserts, and a high school award ceremony at 7 p.m. The Youth Electrum Opening Reception, Friday, April 18th at the Holter Museum of Art in Helena.
137 here in Montana. You were tuned into KGLT Bozeman and the Key Listener Show. Thank you for tuning in to everyone here in Bozeman, my favorite city on the face of the planet. Also in Livingston, Helena, Mammoth Hot Springs, or wherever you're tuning in from online. And we have a lot of people tuning in from all over the world, actually. We love getting emails. We love hearing from you. You can check us out on Facebook. Just type in the Key Listener Show. Like our page, and you'll be in constant communication with everything that goes on with the show. You can also find us on Twitter at Key Listener Show. Tweet, give us some information on what you're doing, what you want to hear, and maybe you can even be on the show. But in the meantime, we have more news from Klassy Karl to finish up the hour. And I think one of the big news things is UConn. UConn swept with basketball, and the men's NCAA final was won by UConn against Kentucky. And today, the women's basketball team from UConn killed it as well. So they have like a double championship going on. And I'm loving it, even though I'm such a bandwagon fan only because I'm from Connecticut. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I heard about that, though.
I'm a fan.
And
I don't know what the heck goes on with basketball when there's a season, when there's not a season. I'm constantly seeing on ads and TVs like basketball season, NCAA, NBA, this and that, blah, blah, blah. They always have basketball stars on talk shows being interviewed, and I have no idea what they're promoting, when they're promoting, what's going on. I'm baseball all the way. Baseball and football, of course, but baseball season off to a good start. Do we have articles, or are you still down over there?
Sure. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I'm pulling up articles and stuff. I was thinking about the baseball thing you were saying. And you always know it's spring because the little kid baseball is going across the street from my house. So I don't know why I brought that up. But anyway.
That's funny.
But yeah. I mean, there's a few things. The next lunar eclipse is supposed to be 3:06 a.m. on next Tuesday morning.
Really?
And it's actually said, it's supposed to last 78 minutes, which is actually said they're supposed to damage some of the lunar orbiters because they're not meant to go that long without the science talk, blah, blah, blah.
You see, I'm only a scientist when it comes to certain things like endorphins and that other science thing we talked about.
So yeah, first lunar eclipse. But yeah, it's supposed to be all in the Western Hemisphere, so North America, South America, all those. You can see it 3:06 a.m. when you're right after you're done listening to the Key Listener Show.
Are we on until 3? I usually lose my mind around 2, and then I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, then we're kind of just
we're on until 3.
Oh, where are we? Yeah, anyway. So you can see it 3:06 a.m. Eastern time, I think it is.
Wait, is it Tuesday night or is it Wednesday morning?
Tuesday morning.
Oh.
I lied. So yeah, okay. So the day before the Key Listener Show.
But if you're up that late, might as well be up that late and give us a listen the next night.
I might as well. I think so.
Well.
So yeah, but 78 minutes long. So anyway, yeah, pretty interesting. Pretty long lunar eclipse, but it says colorful shades of red and orange should be seen from North and South America.
Sexy space. I just love
sexy
it.
space. So that's something interesting.
That's all we have.
That's all we have. There's a ton of articles out there, but you can check them out. Tune in next time.
Tune in next time for more Klassy Karl in the news. In the meantime, we're going to finish this hour the next 20 minutes, and we'll see you at 2 a.m. And we're going to continue with the theme of happy. So if it's in the song, if the word happy is in the title of the song, we'll be playing it. But we're not going to be playing that Pharrell Williams song that you're hearing on every other radio station.
Seriously.
Because I'm happy. We're not playing that. So here's the Happy Club in the meantime. And we'll be back with you at 2 a.m.
Drinking the Shire.
This is such a great little tune. Anyway, almost. It is now exactly 2 a.m. here in Montana. You were tuned into KGLT Bozeman and the Key Listener Show. What great background music.
I love this.
This hour is brought to you by Sweet Chili Asian Bistro, offering an array of Thai, Chinese, and Japanese dishes with a focus on fresh, authentic ingredients. Also offering sushi and a full bar. They are open daily and located at 101 East Main Street in downtown Bozeman. You can phone them at 582-1188 for reservations. They are also online at sweetchilibozeman.com. This hour is all... What are you laughing at?
This just makes me happy. I don't know.
I literally listen to this when I read and study. This hour is also brought to you by Straightaway Motors, foreign and American auto repair, as well as parts and service for snowmobiles, ATVs, and motorcycles. You can phone them at 585-7112 or on the corner at Mendenhall and Tracy here in Bozeman. They're just going to let this song run its course.
Right? You just want to stare out the window and...
This makes me want to go to New Zealand. I've seen pictures
totally.
and oh, man. I'm hoping Australia is similar.
I love this. Oh, I'm sure it will be. Even though it'll be winter there, which is like, what, 80 degrees?
it'll be like Vegas winters.
Literally. No, I love it. And especially because it's such a nice day out today. And it's just like...
I could listen to this sitting on a lawn in this beautiful weather that happened earlier today or yesterday.
I woke up this morning. Okay, well, I woke up at noon. But anyway, and just like looked out the window. It's just like this sunny and just nice day. I could see listening to this song totally.
I'm going to set this as my alarm. I can't imagine starting a day off better than starting it off to this song. I would never wake up to this, though. It would somehow incorporate into my dream. It'd be like Inception.
Yeah, you'd be dreaming of the Shire.
That's not a bad dream.
No.
If I'm dreaming up like Mordor, though, we're geeking out. We're geeking out hardcore. We should go play the zombies and human zombie game after this.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. Speaking
I wonder
of...
how whistling sounds on the radio. Hold on. Tell me that wasn't beautiful.
I'm impressed. Literally, when I whistle, it's like...
Anyway, 2:02 here in Montana. And the big story here in Montana is Yellowstone.
And that's the thing. You were talking about Mordor, and I was like, oh, man, this is a great transition for Yellowstone erupting.
It could be Mordor in the coming days, weeks, months, years. No one knows.
Well, did you hear about like all those animals fleeing Yellowstone? And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, animals know everything. Like Lilith. The Key Listener mascot. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, yeah, they know. They literally they'll go out and eat, like dogs will eat grass if they know a storm's coming, and they just know all this like sixth sense weird stuff.
But the volcano erupting out in Yellowstone,
right? Well,
are they sensing that?
I mean, they can. If they can like sense a storm coming, they could totally sense like Yellowstone erupting.
I'm sure.
Whatever. Well, what is it? It's like my dad's a geologist, and so he was talking to me about this, and it's like 10 or 600,000 years overdue or something
It
like
is,
that.
yeah, that's what I read.
Or no,
600,000 years.
It's supposed to erupt. So the big caldera of Yellowstone, like the big super volcano, which would be how many volcanoes in like one?
Oh, man.
It's an insane amount. Anyway,
All of them in the world, I think.
yeah.
Combined.
That's it. Well, anyway, if Yellowstone erupts, it's going to alter the weather patterns.
I think
And-
it's going to wipe us out. We'll be the first to go.
well, actually, so once again, Dad, the geologist, who accompanied us to Madison River, anyway, was talking about this, and he said, if Yellowstone erupts, if you see smoke on the horizon, if you feel tremors, any sign, head to Butte. Like literally, just run to Butte as fast as you can. Grab Lilith and whatever else
your house on wheels.
your Mac.
Yep,
book,
I'll need it.
and go to Butte as fast as you can because Bozeman will be wiped out. Bozeman will be gone. Gardner will be gone. All of
We
this
only
will be gone.
have a little bit of time once we get to Butte, though. I mean, we really need to get the heck out of here.
It buys you a good amount of time. Once you're past that mountain and you go over that summit and everything, you're actually good for a little bit to get your stuff together, get gas, fill up as much gas as you can, and then just head to Spokane and drop down through California, go to Mexico, or at least Vegas, and meet up in Vegas, maybe drink a little bit, and then go down to Mexico.
Go clubbing.
But otherwise, yeah, I mean, all of pretty much the northern United States will be wiped out.
And one of the things I didn't know is that Yellowstone has earthquakes all the time.
Oh, yeah. all
And
these
I don't know
tremors and
why
stuff.
is it news now that the 4.6 earthquake hit last week or whenever
I
that
think
was.
it ties into all this stuff. And
Yeah,
then,
it's sort of just
this.
it's a timing thing.
Oh yeah, it's talking about large amounts of buffaloes or mass exodus from Yellowstone National Park, and a lot of people think that this is a precursor to a volcanic event because it's 10,000 years overdue or whatever
Sure.
it is. So
It's
it's just
scary.
interesting.
I also hope that happens in our lifetime. The aliens, Yellowstone erupting.
Why? I don't hope a Yellowstone erupts in our lifetime.
I don't know. I'll be out of here and I'll just watch it from TV.
Yeah, but I mean, it's to reassure everyone out there, make everyone feel a lot better. Maybe you should play the Hobbit song. I'm not sure.
Let's cue that up again. Because why not? Are we going to?
Oh yeah, do it.
Okay, let me find it. Da-na-na-na-na.
Start whistling. Okay.
I'm much more
So
peaceful.
to make everyone
Our therapist
feel a little
voices.
better out there about Yellowstone National Park, in geological terms, 10,000 years is nothing.
There's nothing compared to where we're sitting right
So
now.
will it erupt tomorrow? Will it erupt 100 years from now when we're all long gone?
I'm going to live until I'm
Nobody
118, so let's speak for it. Oh, wait.
You'd be gone.
I'm past that.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. That's sad. I only have 90-some years left. Oh, well.
It's gonna be.
Maybe
with
I'll
this-
up it to
with the song
122.
playing, it's a good 100 years.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, it's a peaceful
It is.
100 years.
And so, yeah, Yellowstone erupting 100 years from now. I mean, that could, when we're long gone, that 120 years for some people apparently, that could, in
Just me.
geological terms, that's not a long time. So, don't worry.
Someone
folk.
asked us for a peaceful song, and this is it.
Oh, nice.
Here you go.
Yeah, they did. We're probably putting everyone to sleep out there.
If
which
they are
should be
already
turning
asleep.
in. Yeah, who's asleep at 2 a.m. or who's awake at 2 a.m. besides us?
Well,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
should be
millions of
awake.
people are listening. So, I mean,
It's
everyone's
true.
awake listening.
We know at least a couple million listening. But anyway, so no fear, gentle folk of southwestern Montana. I'm sure Yellowstone
You are
is
safe for now.
far from
We should do a
erupting.
whole show in this voice. You are tuned into KGLT Bozeman and the Key Listener Show.
Kyle Steiner and Klassy Karl.
Here for you for the next 3 hours, playing nothing but Lord of the Rings soundtracks.
Please, if anyone is listening out there driving on the highway,
Stay
don't
awake.
fall asleep and get in a wreck.
We
Stay
should
awake.
play
All
some
right.
like grunge music after this. Like, I don't think I have any of that.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
Life
This is putting me to sleep. This isn't good.
Oh, I'm stoked. I'm jacked. I'm like with my cup of coffee.
Yeah, you got way too much caffeine going on over there.
Let's do push-ups.
Do them right now.
You want me to do them right now?
Right now. Take
I'm
your
not-
headphones off so they don't.
I'll knock them out.
Knock 'em
I'm
out.
ready to
Do
go.
it.
All
Go
right,
for it.
we're doing it.
I'm counting. Go.
1.
No, do it. Don't even kid about this. Get down on the ground.
What do you want?
Do it.
You do it.
You do it.
All right. You owe me push-ups though. If I do this right now,
You owe me coffee
push-ups.
already, so.
Oh, you whatever.
The first time this has ever been done in 17 shows. Still going. Where are we at, Karl? 15? Get back up here. This would be a piece of fun.
Klassy Karl's back from doing
Klassy
his
Karl's back.
push-ups.
Now, to get everyone wide awake For the next hour, we'll be playing songs that make you happy, that involve sunshine, and that involve summer, because it is on the horizon, as well as Yellowstone
The
erupting.
creek's running in my backyard. That's a surefire sign. Spring is here, and
It
we're
is
not
a
going back to winter.
surefire sign. Surefire sign. Here is the sound of sunshine.
1, 2, 3.
Here we go. Was that song like late
I
90s?
love that song. I don't know what it is, but I'm just over here like, yeah,
Jamming to it.
Jamming. I love that song. It's Len, right?
This is a part of the song, apparently. Enough of
really?
you.
Still My
Yes.
Sunshine by Len.
That was Len.
Len,
Yep,
Len.
Steal
Yeah,
My
yeah,
Sunshine.
yeah.
I think that was one of the top songs of the late 90s, if I remember correctly.
It should be.
I really think it is. 224 here in Montana. You are tuned into KGLT Bozeman and the Key Listener Show with Kyle Steiner and Klassy Karl.
Klassy Karl.
Thanks for tuning in to all of you folks here in Bozeman, Livingston, Helena, Mammoth Hot Springs, or wherever you're tuning in from online. It is 54 degrees here in Bozeman. A nice, lovely 54 degrees. Didn't have to wear a jacket to come up to the studio, hoping it's not too bad when we leave the studio.
Tomorrow I'll probably just dump snow knowing.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
No,
we
don't curse
jinxed it last week when we played songs that had to do with
Day.
The
word
and
day,
beautiful day.
Yeah.
And then it snowed the next day.
Yeah,
And I
right?
was like, oh my, this is our
I
fault.
hope not.
But you know what? I think we're in the clear. The weather seems to show that we're
It,
definitely in the clear.
it says on my brick here, it should be in the 60s, so I think we're in the clear.
Almost 2:30, and you know what time it is, Karl?
Yeah, 2:30. Apparently, I'm the only one that has energy.
He's
in
the only
southwestern
one. It is
Montana
time.
at 2:25 a.m.
It is time for the Key Listener Show Confessions.
Ding ding ding. We need music.
We do
things.
need music. We need to get a sound engineer up
What
in
are
here.
those things? Yeah, like little sound.
A soundboard.
Soundboards.
This is where we tap into all of the colleges around the country and their confessions. They have these confessions pages on Facebook where you can anonymously confess something, speak your mind, whatever it is that you want to do. So we've collected a few from MSU for this week. Last week we dabbled in other colleges as well. Maybe next week we'll do
Who
so.
cares about other colleges?
Yeah, MSU all the way, baby.
Bless you.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm bracing myself. I'm sitting down.
Okay. This one says, I want to talk to you so bad. The rejoice I will feel if she pops up on my phone via text or call or Snapchat. And this is what makes me so mad. Snapchat has become a way of communication.
Literally just Snapchatted
I'm
a picture of
so
myself.
sick and tired of girls sending me pictures of their duck faces. And they're like, hey, how's it going? I'm not going to respond.
What's
if you do that,
song?
I'm not going to
man,
respond.
you should play it in the background. Let me take a selfie or whatever that song
No,
is.
I refuse to download that song. I would hope KGLT doesn't even have that song here. They play it in the clubs, and how it goes.
They really play it in the clubs.
You weren't downtown this weekend, but downtown was the first time I heard it, and it's an interesting beat, and then it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. But first, let me take a selfie. No, I will leave that bar, club, wherever so fast, and they don't play timber enough. But anyway, it really bugs me how girls only communicate through Snapchat. And the worst part is that they can see when you viewed the snap.
Play it.
No, we're not playing it.
I have it up right
We're not
here.
playing it.
Okay.
We're not playing it. And they see that you viewed it, and then they get mad if you don't respond. You opened my Snap 5 minutes ago, and you didn't respond. You did not respond. Does that ever happen to you?
That happened. Yeah, that happened to me a couple times.
A couple times?
And yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is ridiculous. And it just drives me crazy. Let's see what else we have here on the confessions. We have The Real World coming to Bozeman. No
yeah,
thanks.
I heard about that.
Take your trash somewhere else, MTV. We don't need this giving our state a bad rep. With The Real World, what is that?
Oh,
I have no idea what
you're
that is.
asking the wrong person. You know,
Yeah, I've never
here?
watched MTV in my life, but I think it's one of those reality shows. And if this is true and they are bringing it to Bozeman, it's all going downhill. Let
Yeah.
me know when you have it.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. But yeah, The Real World coming to Bozeman. I keep hearing about this, and yeah, literally the first thing that pops up is God help us, The Real World is coming to Bozeman, Montana.
Who posted that?
MontanaMitten.com. I don't know what that is, but
Is that really true, though? It's coming to Bozeman?
Yeah, well, apparently, according to MontanaMint.com, MTV's The Real World is coming to Bozeman. Let that sink in. Never in our wildest dreams or nightmares did we imagine writing that sentence or reading this press release. I have to pull up this press release because I don't even know what The Real World is, but
Yeah, pull it
film
up.
crew, a scout team, all that stuff. It's coming to Bozeman. So,
What are
yeah.
they scouting
Oh,
out?
yeah, here's a real MTV press release.
What's
that
it
talks,
say?
that talks about The Real World in Bozeman. MTV today announced that the 30th season of its groundbreaking series, The Real World, will take place in Bozeman, Montana.
Oh, crap.
The landmark 30th season of The Real World, Big Sky Country, promises to be an emotional, invigorating, and exciting season. When 7 strangers come together, anything can happen. Rather than focusing on one group job, the roommate. Oh, okay. So it's like a roommate's, Real World. I think.
I still don't know what it
It's
is.
like a roommates. They
I'm a loser.
behind the scenes filming all that stuff. But roommates come together, will pursue their Montana dreams. So, oh come on. This is so stereotypical. To be a farmer, a journalist, a ski bum, a barista.
A barista.
Barista. They will also form a voluntary fire department. Oh no. Heroically helping Montanans in danger of forest fires. Get out of Montana. We don't need you here.
Unbelievable. Does it say when that's going to start?
Unbelievable. 30th season starts. No, I don't think so.
Be on the
I'm
lookout
not sure.
for film crew.
Yeah, be on the lookout
elk,
for
and
scout
bison
teams.
on the road.
Literally.
Swerve if you see animals on the road. Don't swerve if you see the MTV Real World crew.
The first time that they get taken out by let's keep the stereotype here. The first time that the TV crew gets taken out by polar bears, I'm gonna laugh. Well, because personally, I ride my polar bear to work every day.
Right.
And it's just polar bears, the penguins.
That's
yeah,
what we
they're gonna get
do.
taken
We're
out.
manly men. in Montana.
Live in ice, or what are those things called? Yeah, igloos,
Igloos.
everything like that.
You'll like this,
Catch
Carl.
fish with our teeth.
This confession says, I'm going to read this in the creepiest voice possible.
Oh no.
I don't know your name yet. I've never seen your face. I'm looking with my eyes wide open until I find you in the right time and place. Hide your love away and wait for me. I will do the same. So wait for... Is this a song? So wait for me. There will come a day when I finally say, staring into your eyes, I've waited my whole life for this. Are you kidding me?
Is this a song? Maybe I shouldn't have posted that.
It's in
I'm
quotes.
just kidding. I didn't post that.
I just got that. 4 people like it.
Huh.
I feel bad for those 4 people. But these people that confess their love on Emission
Oh,
Confessions
man. And that's
drives
the thing.
me
It's-
nuts.
That's the thing. It's like keep your relationship stuff off of Facebook, I think, or any social media outlet. Like no one wants to hear that. No one wants to, I love this person so much. Oh, that's-
Exactly. And everyone thinks they can escape it by posting it anonymously.
Yeah.
It's not the case. We're still annoyed.
Wedding pictures. Okay, that's cool. But just like this stuff, it's kind of weird.
I feel like you are not engaged in real life until you post it on Facebook, the picture, and also change your relationship status.
Are we FBO? Facebook official?
Are we FBO yet? And some girl told me today, oh, we're FBO. And I was thinking, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
What I do. But apparently now that term is being used for when we're just added as friends on Facebook.
FBO. So that's what FBO means. If
Did you
anyone
see
did
me
not
post
know.
this one thing on Facebook? No.
Out.
Out. It drives me nuts that Facebook it's not real or it doesn't really exist until you see it on Facebook.
It's weird. Yeah, social media totally taking over the world.
And it's crazy too that a lot of people our age are getting engaged right now, and you see these cliche pictures, and you know that there's photographers hidden in bushes wherever it is, and
everything's kind of just fake now. It's
it does
really
seem
is.
that way. It really
It's scripted.
does.
Everything seems scripted nowadays.
Yes, it really does seem that way, and it drives me nuts, and I will not like it on principle. I refuse.
No, yeah. It's just I don't
And
know.
all these people that comment, congratulations, so happy for you too. It's like I haven't talked to you since the 6th grade when Facebook didn't even exist. Don't tell me you're happy for me.
Exactly. Keep your relationship stuff off Facebook because
Just
it's kind of
keep
annoying.
it
Nobody wants to hear it.
Here's another great one, and I really like this one. Actually, this is our last one. You ready? I'm going to have to
I'm
bleep some
bracing
things out here.
myself.
One of the main reasons why I don't go to the gym is because all of you judgmental fools who look down on those who obviously don't frequent the gym but wish to start. They're either posers or they are deemed as overweight. There is no pleasing you people. I feel like you need to look hot to go to the gym, and I know I'm not the only one who thinks this.
No,
I couldn't agree more.
not at all. Yeah, exactly.
I look like the biggest bum when I go to the gym because
you're there for that.
I take my afternoon nap. I wake up looking like I just got out of a hurricane.
It's like, well, Kyle, he doesn't bring his glasses to the gym anyway, so he's blind as a bat walking.
Yeah, blind as a bat walking around. I have no idea where I'm going. Thank goodness for mirrors to realize, like, if I start seeing myself, I know I'm going in the wrong direction. But I roll up in Target special shorts, the comfiest shorts around.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need my Lululemon to look good at the gym. And I have a nice T-shirt from a Chinese food restaurant in New York.
Exactly, yeah.
And
yeah.
I am just the happiest camper ever. And I know I'm being judged, but I don't care.
Well, and that's the thing is, you see these, girls and guys who dress up to go to the gym and, they're just obviously, doing themselves up to go to the gym. It's like
They're literally there to look
for
nice.
that.
And they sit down on a machine and Snapchat for an hour.
Like a bike machine.
So they can go home and tell their roommates, I worked out for an hour.
Literally, if you can Snapchat, if you can do anything on your phone, you're not doing the gym right.
That's very true. And the problem too is that they have these signs posted at the gym now, no cell phone use on the workout floor. But a lot of people use their phones as their iPods.
Well, that and they have their workout routine on there, everything like that.
True.
I mean,
and when we have the watches, we won't need them.
No.
I'll just be able to hold my wrist up to my ear like a boombox. Work out in one arm.
That's right.
Take the watch off, put it on the other wrist, do the other arm. Yeah, you know what? I think there's technology, it can't be avoided in some places. But I was actually talking to one of my friends today, and she said to me, "Oh, I found the cutest workout clothes online." And
cutest workout
I don't know
clothes.
if that makes you feel better about going to the gym. And if it does, great. If that's the motivational factor that gets you to go to the gym to look good physically, but also look nice with what you're wearing, by all means, all power to you. But you shouldn't, like that person on MSU Confession said, you shouldn't worry about being judged.
Exactly.
If you want to look like a bum, look like a bum. You're being healthy.
Exactly.
People
Who
shouldn't judge you for
cares
that.
what everyone else thinks? And and I think that's a main reason why people don't go to the gym, or like why people stop going to the gym is they're just so judged. I mean, I think that honestly is the biggest reason. I know a lot of people who refuse to go run, who refuse to do anything but sit in the pool just because they're so just judged,
Self-conscious.
so talked about.
Yeah.
It's like,
and you can tell
Yeah.
the people, there are certain guys there that pumping the steroids like tomorrow's not coming.
oh,
Like their neck has
Tomorrow's not coming.
deteriorated into the rest of their body. And
doing the 5-pound weight in front of the mirror, like I
yeah,
can
they
feel
can
the burn.
hardly even bring their wrist up because their bicep is so big, and you can't even get it to even get to your shoulder. And here's me over here. I'm like, my 15-pounders just going
Doing the
1,
kettle.
2, doing like a 90s workout video. And
what Simmons? What's his name? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, those are workout videos. Richard Simmons.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always wanted to participate in one of those because it's so staged.
no.
All right, all of you actors, you stand over here wearing the pink tank tops. All of you other actors wear the purple tank tops and
The shorty shorts.
and the shorty booty shorts. Yeah. And the thing is that the gym should be a place to go to be health conscious, which I'd imagine a lot of people are, and to also feel good. Because I think a lot of people get stressed out with work, with school, just daily, day-to-day stuff. And they go to the gym to escape. They put in their headphones. And that's another thing, too. I was talking to the same girl who had mentioned her cute workout clothes. I said, well, why do you want to look cute at the gym? Because most girls don't like being approached at the gym. You could never hit on a girl at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like it. And you ask them, and then you say, okay, well, you ask just a random girl, would you want to be approached at the gym? And she goes, well, if the guy's cute, I suppose.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, well, every other time you're like, well, if I had my headphones in, I'm on the treadmill, don't bother me. I'm just going to...
The whole thing is just go.
So
And just
political.
Don't even care.
At the end of the day,
just go.
look how you want to look.
Who cares?
Do what you want to do. Listen to the music you want to listen to. There's one thing that I do, because you know what? I'd imagine I'm judged just like everyone else. And there's one thing I like to do to combat that. And you can take this and use it for yourself. But I like to think that the big, heavy lifting, muscle building, protein shake drinking dudes are listening to Taylor Swift.
I do.
Share.
I listen to T Swift all the time when I'm working out.
But I like to think that they're listening to these girly, like that one song from that Frozen movie, that Let It Go.
Love Let It Go. Yeah, buddy.
That's all over the radio. And I feel like if I think these big manly men are listening to these super girly songs, that they're not that intimidating. And don't think about what they're thinking about you. Just do your thing.
Do your thing.
Have a good workout.
Do your thing.
So the moral of the story is keep relationship stuff off Facebook. We're tired of seeing it. Don't confess about it anonymously. And I wonder how many relationships have started because someone saw an anonymous post on a confessions Facebook page, liked it, and then the person who posted it is keeping tabs on that post.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm still waiting. And you know what? The MSU confession people, they never post my confessions. I can like literally, I never see them on there, and I scout that page all the time. And I've put confessions up there at least 10, 20 times, and I've seen maybe 2 of them.
That's because you're so good. They just don't want, you like a
It would
person
probably
with your
break
status.
Facebook with how many likes those posts would get. I can't help that, but hey, do it.
But literally, some of the stuff, it's like, you don't realize you can go back 10 years later when you're, long gone after that relationship's over and still find the stuff that you posted when you're like 15.
We were just talking about this yesterday, how you can literally Google someone's name and stuff from their past will show up.
Yeah.
Google images.
MySpace.
MySpace.
Literally, you have to, like, you can look at articles from MySpace that you post from MySpace when you're like 15, ranting about some stupid thing. And it's like, you literally have to spend...
Blink 182 broke up.
Right. You have to spend hours just burying it. Just adding stuff onto Google, just trying to bury it so employers don't see that.
Exactly. And you can't even combat privacy anymore. You can put your Facebook to private. You can change your Instagram to private. You can turn your tweets private. People can find a way in.
Oh, yeah.
Big companies especially
As
can
soon
find
as
their
you
way
put that
in.
on the internet.
But the worst thing is that people don't realize, and Snapchat too. Oh my goodness. These people do not realize that these snaps don't just disappear after 8 seconds. They are stored somewhere in some database on some California campus in the giant halls of servers. You know they are.
Oh, exactly.
They say that that's not the case, but I'm convinced if the cops wanted to get in, the FBI, whoever, they could get in.
I don't know if it's been used in any court cases yet, but absolutely.
I'm sure it has. That's the biggest problem with cyberbullying. Like there's bullying at the gym, but cyberbullying, anything can be used against you. So you really need to be careful on what you're putting online, what you're saying to other people.
Just keep it. I mean,
for future relationships, be careful about what you post now because 9 times out of 10, at this age, you're not going to be with the person you're with now for the rest of your life. Knock on wood. But regardless,
marble.
Let me have this, man. You're not going to be with those people. And if a girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever finds that years from now, I just love you so much, blah, blah, blah.
The rule of thumb, I forgot who told me it, but the rule of thumb is don't post anything you wouldn't want your grandma to see or future employers to see.
Your grandma.
If you
and now grandparents are even on Facebook.
Now grandparents are on Facebook. But if you live by that and don't put anything on there that you wouldn't really say to your grandma or an employer, then don't put it on there. Just completely keep it off there. I live by that with texting too and stuff. It's like, because they can pull that stuff up too.
Well, the NSA is watching us.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Yeah, online is just a scary thing. One day I'm going to go off the grid and it's going to be a great life. Live out in Paradise Valley next to my man John.
In your shack.
Yeah, in my
with
bunker.
Your dog.
Yeah, exactly. Lilith. And it'll be a great life and no one can find me.
Broadcasting, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, internet radio.
Yeah, but they might even be able to track me via that, which is scary. I just don't know anymore.
Thanks. Yeah.
Anyway, 2:41 here in Montana. This is the Key Listener Show. More music after these words. 2:57 here in Montana. Thank you for tuning in so much. On behalf of Klassy, Karl, and myself, Kyle Steiner, you're going to have a beautiful day tomorrow. It looks like mid-60s throughout southwestern Montana with a high of 70, Yellowstone National Park. So if you want to enjoy yourself,
there you go.
You can head out to Yellowstone National Park. Probably not the best day for the boiling river, but hey, to each his own. In the meantime, we will see you this time next week. Tune in to the KGLT edition of the Key Listener Show. Have a good night and a great rest of your day.
Bye.